Welcome to Living the Empowered Life channel. My name is Yvonne and this channel is all about bringing you content that's empowering, encouraging and inspiring. On this channel I share things that I do to live an empowered life. I also share tips and things to help you to live an empowered life. I do book reviews of books that I've read in case you want to check them out for yourself. And also from time to time when I go out and about, I take you along with me. So if this is the type of content that you're looking for, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified of any new uploads. And if you do like the content, please hit the thumbs up button. So guys, we've set sail into 2023. We are nearly at the end of January already. Wow, it just felt like the other day it was Christmas, where we were sitting in our Christmas pajamas, eating lots of food, enjoying the holidays. But it just goes to show that time passes by so quickly. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about 5 things you can't afford in 2023. Now, if you are looking to live an empowered life, there are certain things that you can't take with you in that journey to living that life. And these are things that I found from my own experience, that I've identified, that I'm going to share with you today. Now, the first thing that I want to say to you that you can't afford in 2023 is fake friends. Now, I'm not really big on a lot of people around me anyway. I've had too many horrible situations with people who I thought were my friends, who I thought was my family, who ended up doing terrible things to me. So for that reason, I keep myself to myself. I see my few friends, which I can count on one hand, not that many times a year. I don't feel the need to have a lot of people around me. But from my experiences, I know that fake friends are something that you can't afford. Now, the reason you can't afford to have these people around you is because, in my experience, what I find is that they will sabotage you, they will undermine you, they won't encourage you, they will pretend to be on your side when really they're not. And one of the key things that I learned from my experiences that helped me to see what a fake friend and a real friend is when I had things that I did that were successful, how they reacted to my success and my accomplishments. That was always a telling thing for me. So my advice to you is to watch the people you have around you. Think about their qualities. I've done a video where I talked about this before, where a friendship should be something that is beneficial to the both of you, not just a one-way street. So think about those things when it comes to your friends. Is the relationship reciprocal? Is it a relationship that encourages and celebrates each other? Think about these types of things when it comes to your friendships. If you do have friendships that are full of bitterness, jealousy, snide remarks, gossip, or whatever it is, you do need to evaluate those relationships, because if you want to live the empowered life, having these types of friends around you will affect your journey. The next thing you can't afford in 2023 is procrastination. I've done about 2 or 3 videos on this channel where I've talked about procrastination. Time is promised to nobody. We've all been given a measure of time. One of the things the Bible says is where people think that they've got all the time in the world and then tomorrow, time is not with them. They are passed away, because life is life. And I will leave the Bible scripture right here. But you can't afford to procrastinate. Now, there is sometimes in life where things do happen and procrastination just automatically comes up. I've mentioned in other videos about my kind of procrastination when I have, for instance, started my master's degree, being frozen with fear because I just didn't know what to do, or didn't know if what I was doing was the right thing to do. So I just stayed in this kind of procrastination state. But if you procrastinate about everything, you will never get anything done. Sometimes you have to just go forward, embrace whatever's going to happen and learn from it afterwards. You're never going to get anything perfect in the first instance. You have to give things a try. Now, there are things out there that will help you on your procrastination. I've done a whole video about a procrastination planner that I bought back in 2020, which was a huge help to me because that year I really did have a lot of procrastination problems. There are other things out there that you can access to help with procrastination. But one of the key things that will help you is to just take small steps. Give yourself a little target of one thing you're going to do to get you towards that goal and go for it. Because in 2023, you can't afford to procrastinate. It's time for you to take all your opportunities, seize them and go forward. Along the same lines again, another thing you can't afford in 2023 is living in fear. Living in fear of what other people think, living in fear of making mistakes, living in fear, that you've made the right decision or the wrong decision, living in fear just of life. In 2023, you can't afford to live like that. Living in fear keeps you bound, and the only person that it affects is you. So you have to find something that's going to move you outside the fear. Sometimes what I have found in the past, when I used to have a little bit of problem with fear, going back many, many years ago, is to write down what it is I fear the most about that situation or circumstance or decision. And one of the things that I found is that when I wrote that down, it helped me to kind of put a name to it, but also as well, it helped me to go forward. Because when I thought about fear, I thought to myself, it's only affecting me. And if I don't get a handle on it, I will never get the thing that I am fearful about out of the way. And one of the most amazing things I found out about fear is that whilst it feels intense when you're going through it, if you can just get past it on the other side, you kind of look back and think to yourself, oh, what was I fearful about? Why was I fearful about this type of thing? This is kind of the deception of fear. Fear will make you feel like it is overwhelming, that it is the end of the situation. But I found in moving forward and coming on the other side, it wasn't that fearful at all. So in 2023, you can't afford to be fearful, especially if you want to live the empowered life. Think about the best thing that's going to come out of this situation for you. Keep that vision in mind and go forward. Find a way to break that fear and do the thing that you want to do. In 2023, what you can't afford is to give away your peace to anything. One of the things that has helped my life so much is to remove things that were taking away my peace. I live a peaceful life. I don't surround myself with people who are in drama. I don't get involved in other people's problems. I don't spend the day thinking about the worst case scenarios anymore, because what I found is that it was just mentally draining. And I have now developed an attitude where even when things don't work out, I say, I'm just going to let it go. I'm not going to let it take my peace. I'm not going to let it rob me of sleep in the night time or make me worry and wake up in the night time because I'm thinking about the situation. Having your peace is completely something you need in 2023. So remove anything from your life that is going to take away from that. If you have situations that you're going through that are worrying you, write them down and put them to the side, or think about things that are going to help you to find solutions to those problems or those challenges. But don't allow yourself to be robbed of the day or robbed of the night worrying about them, because it will take away your peace. When you foster a lifestyle that includes peace, you'll find that you're more happier, you find that you're more peaceful, you're more joyful, you just find that, life just feels a little bit more better. So don't let anything take away your peace. Now, the last thing you can't afford in 2023 is to stay in your comfort zone. I have done loads of videos, podcast episodes and resources about moving from your comfort zone into a zone of courage, into a zone that requires you to take a risk. In November 2021, I released my 4th book, Into the Unknown. And in this book, I shared various experiences that I've had of stepping out of my comfort zone into very scary situations that required me to have courage. I will leave a link to this book below. But one of the things that I do say why it's not good to live in your comfort zone is because it really does stagnate your growth. In staying in your comfort zone, it doesn't stretch you, it doesn't challenge you. When you're in your comfort zone, it doesn't provide any opportunities to do new things. One of the things that keep people in their comfort zone is fear. And if you can find a way to move past fear, then that is a great thing. I did a courage course, which is an online course to help people to find courage, and I will leave a link to that in the show notes below. But in 2023, you can't afford to stay in your comfort zone. Life is going to pass you by, opportunities are going to pass you by. What you don't want to do is look back on 2023 at the end of the year and think to yourself, how I wish I took that opportunity. Why didn't I make that move? Regret is something that is not great to live with. So I'm encouraging you on this video to take a step out of your comfort zone. And how you can do that is just to start with very, very small things, taking very small steps. And once you've built up the courage to do those small things, you'll be able to build up the courage to do bigger things. So as I finish this video, I want to just quickly reiterate to you what you can afford in 2023. You can afford genuine relationships that are beneficial to both you and the other person, and get rid of fake friends. Instead of living with procrastination and fear, go for the things that you want to do without worrying about the outcome. Instead of giving away your peace to people, situations and different things that happen in life, pursue, maintain and keep cultivating a lifestyle that brings peace. And instead of staying in your comfort zone, do take risks. So thank you for watching this video. Please let me know below in the comments what things you can't afford for 2023. I would love to hear your list. Please do share, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.